Back once again with the famous Bruce Kubitz, biggest Penguin fan I know, also the most knowledgeable. All right, Bruce, it's been what, 2 months, 2.5 months since the season ended?
May the 13th, I believe, was our last game.
So that's June, July, but 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Okay, back when the season ended, I know you were disappointed. They lost the Rangers. I mean, you knew they could beat them. What do you think so far about the offseason, Bruce?
Well, I think the offseason has gone pretty much accordingly compared to what kind of money they have, and I think they had to move some certain people, and obviously changes had to be made.
Okay, well, how do you feel about the moves in general? How would you grade them on an AD? 8.5.
I would say the moves were probably a B.
A B.
I would say that the guy they brought in for Neil, this Holmquist guy, I like him. I think it's the type of a player that they need. It goes to the type of the net. And obviously there were some things going on with Neil in the locker room, his attitude, the way he took penalties. I don't think they were too happy with him.
Okay, what about the guys they lost? They didn't really replace. It seems like they didn't really replace them with anyone, like the Orphics, the Jokinens, the Glasses. I know they're role players, but it didn't seem like they really replaced them with anybody. Am I right, or maybe I'm wrong?
Well, yeah, you know what? I think what they finally decided, which I think they should have been deciding this a couple of years ago, that you have a lot of younger guys in your system. It can almost do the same thing as the Glasses and the Orphics, and Orphic was starting to get older. And Niskanen had one good year, but let me see how he does the first year in Washington.
Right, exactly.
When he doesn't have Crosby or Malkin passing the puck a lot. I mean, most of his points he picked up were him passing the puck.
But in Washington, he doesn't have the other guy that I know you don't like, named Ovechkin. You think he's going to be? You think he'll have as good a year with Ovechkin or no?
No, I don't think so, because I think Ovechkin is a scorer. He's a shooting type of a guy, a forward. Okay. He's not a playmaker.
Okay, and one more thing. This year the Pens have what, 9 home games, I believe, on Saturday,
Yes.
6 of them in the night. And from what I was told, the reason they did that is because they're basically kind of in little culture shock that their sellout streak might end. Do you agree with that? I mean, last playoff game, from what I understand, Game 7 against the Rangers, which was why people buy tickets. The main reason would be is to go to a Game 7, and people were selling tickets for less than face. You think this streak's in trouble, and that's why they have more Saturday at home games, going back to the old norm?
Well, I think they added a few more Saturday night games. I think, the Pens, I think they've gotten some complaints from the fans. They wanted some more weekend night games. And I do believe that the sellout streak could be in jeopardy if they don't continue to, progress. You got to remember here, the last 2-3 years, we should have had another Stanley Cup. We blew 2 good year chances of winning when we didn't. And now the window's closing a little bit. I don't say it's closed completely, but it's starting to close up a little bit.
Okay, 2 more quick things. Were you happy to see Bylsma go?
Yeah, I think nothing take away from Dan as a person.
Right.
Great guy.
Right. But the old saying, good guys finish last, and I'm a good guy.
It's a lot easier to get rid of one guy than 25
Okay,
guys.
and how about Shearer? Were you happy to see him go?
I think Shearer was the guy. I think they were unhappy with a lot of his drafting. And I think a lot of these guys that he was bringing in, like the Paille guys he was bringing in, and Kovacic, he brings in some guys that just weren't going to get the job done.
Okay, and last thing, Bruce, what do you look for the Penguins this year? Are they a Stanley Cup contender?
No, absolutely not. I feel that they're going to make some noise.
Okay.
I think they're a great regular season team. I don't think they have a lot of horses to win the Stanley Cup.
Okay, and how about the new coach? New coach,
well,
Johnston?
It's like anything else. I think the guy is well prepared. I think he's done very well with the younger kids. And if they are going to give the younger kids a chance here, I think he's the right guy.
So would you call this a transition year coming up, or?
I would say it's well, I still think you have some veteran players. I think it is a little more of a transition year and stuff, but the results are winning.
Okay.
And I think that we'll see what happens.
Okay, last question, Bruce. Rutherford, you think he was basically brought in here because he came on the cheap? Would you have rather seen someone else get the job?
Well, I think he was like a safety net for them. I think, somebody that they could bring in, somebody that has been a GM.
But are you satisfied with? You rather see someone better?
I'm satisfied right now with him. I
Okay.
think somebody else might have wanted to run the show completely, and I don't think you need to do a major overhaul here, even though they did quite a lot of overhauls.
And I know you're going to be excited. This will be your 41st season coming up?
1967, 68
So what's that?
season.
How many years is that? About 48th season coming up.
48th
Wow.
season coming up.
And when's the home opener, Bruce? I know you know
Home
it.
opener is October the, I don't know what it is now.
But you're going to be like a kid at the candy store that day.
I don't know what the
Butterflies
day
in
is
the
now.
stomach like usual.
Yeah, October the 6th is the home opener, I believe it is,
All right.
against the Anaheim Ducks.
All right.
So.
Thank you, Bruce.